Mr. Kishore, for giving your valuable time to us. And we will start with some questions for EDU. How is Rolls-Royce partnering with India in attaining Atmanirbhar Bharat in defense? How is it working with Rolls-Royce?
Okay. So, I mean, we always have to look back at history so that we can learn from it and move forward. And if you look at Rolls-Royce's history, we have been doing Atmanirbhar since 1956, to be honest, right? And we formed a partnership with HAL back in 1956, wherein the Adore engines, and the other engines that we were selling in India were able to be serviced in India, where we were able to do technology transfers into India. And so we've been creating a self-reliance concept in India for quite a long time now. And now, if you fast forward down to 2021, I think as we look at the situation, I think you see the geopolitics evolving, you see the technology needs of the country for employment generation increasing. I think if you look at all the scenarios, Atmanirbhar is a fantastic concept. And from Rolls-Royce perspective, a lot of our products in the civil aerospace and defense aerospace are long cycle products. So in every step of the way, we need to make sure that we are able to position it for the long term. But in the short term, it is also very important to enable the ecosystem so that there is capabilities that is being built. And as the capabilities evolve, we will be able to build on those capabilities in order to achieve our long-term dreams. So for us, it's very important. For us, the co-creation concept is very important. We believe that technology has to be developed globally in different locations, and then manufacturing has to be done locally for local markets in order for the economies to thrive, in order for the skills to be developed, and in order for countries to achieve self-reliance.
So, what is the current status of the Defense Service Delivery Center, the SDC, Rolls-Royce, that has opened in Bangalore?
It is very good. I mean, we are continuing to perform the services out of Bangalore. What it did was it avoided any of the time zones that is required. It enabled us to develop the capabilities locally with the engineers. It allowed a platform for us to build on so that we can take the capability deeper and deeper. And eventually, we might have a product that will probably be in India for the globe. And so I think it's going very well since the time of inception. It was a new concept. It was the first time in Asia for our defense business. And so we were very privileged to have it, and we continue to build on it.
So has COVID affected anything regarding that?
Not really. I think defense business, I think globally, COVID has not had too much of an impact, right? Yes, the budgets have been scrimped a little bit. Yes, the geopolitics has forced countries to rethink their strategies in defense. And so I think, if anything, defense is strengthened globally. But has defense strengthened from a, what should I say, from a physical warfare, or has defense moved over into the digital warfare realm? And I would say that there's more and more focus on digital and cyber than from a physical warfare concept. Not that it's dying
So
physical
you mean
warfare,
the
but the
things
future
are
is really.
evolving now? They are
Things are
changing.
absolutely evolving. And I think the evolution, for me, COVID has just shown the world that things will evolve with pace. So this virus coming in and shutting the world down, the world shut down so fast, right? The pace of shutdown was so fast, and the pace
Yes.
of vaccine
It was
generation was
sudden.
so
It
fast.
was sudden,
Yes,
actually. Rather than fast,
yes.
it didn't give people time to plan.
Yes. I mean, if you look at it, if you went back to last March, nobody thought about it.
Oh,
And
it
by March
was,
22nd, the entire country, 1.4 billion
yes.
people, were shut down.
Actually, from February, it started and the whole world started getting shut down.
Correct,
It
correct.
was
So,
like that.
but when we go into the cyber and digital worlds, what I think we need to really seriously think about, Chaitali, is having frameworks, right? How are we going to do artificial intelligence, right?
Yes.
How are we going to do all these cyber technologies that will be responsible, that there's a integrity concept that goes along with these developments. And I think Rolls-Royce just came out and announced our AI ethics framework, which is kind of a very pioneering concept, because people are thinking about AI, but not many people are thinking about the ethics around AI. And not to say that we are the only ones thinking, but definitely the entire world is not thinking about it. So creating a framework, getting partners together, I think is a big concept for us as we move forward in the post-COVID world.
Now, going to the same thing that you said, that you thought about something which is a is more on online or more on digitalization. So, what Rolls Royce is doing to make themselves special among all of them, all the competitors or all the different companies that are doing?
Well, look, ours is extremely high technology, right? And so it is always very important that we are pioneering very responsible technology, technology that matters, right?
Mhm.
So that has been our mantra for the last few years. And it's been the mantra since the very beginning. We are trusted to deliver excellence because, I used to joke about it in my earlier interviews. There is no parking space in the air. So we had to make sure our technology never
Yeah.
fails, right? And I think that concept still continues. And I think for us, technology is everything. We live and breathe technology, and so we have to be that much advanced over our competition in technology to deliver that technology to the people that matter, right?
Mhm.
And so I think it is something that's ingrained in us, and we continue to develop the future technologies. We will continue to focus on those. But while we do that, enabling it with the digital technologies kind of helps us a lot, because with digital, we are able to increase the pace. With digital, we are able to eliminate waste. With digital, we are able to bring a lot more people together in a much
Yes.
faster
Yes.
way. And so that helps collaboration, that helps with the whole concept of delivering on our technologies quickly. So I think combine digital, combine the future technologies, and I believe that is what will enable us to be ahead of our competition.
So you feel this is a win-win situation for Rolls-Royce right now. The
We hope so. We hope so.
That's great. Now, one question comes from my editor, Ms. Sangeeta Saxena. It's about the strategic partnership with Infosys, how it is developing.
It's going very well. It's going very well. I think us two large companies.
Mhm.
I think it's a very, very, very fruitful partnership. I think at some point in time we have to figure out that we can only learn so much by ourselves, and I think for us to evolve into the next phase of our journey, we need to go in there and figure out who is going to be a partner with us into the future that will help us to deliver on the engineering needs in a much faster pace, and
Mhm.
will be able to deliver it in a much efficient and much quicker pace. And so that is why this partnership was formed, and this partnership is working very well, touch wood so far. And
Great.
I think as I look into the future, I only see a very bright horizon.
And about Aero India. So, what are your expectations in these 3 days in Aero India here?
Well, I think, look, I could not be at Aero
Yes,
India this
as you
time
told me, yeah.
because of some
Restriction.
situations that I couldn't change. But
Yeah.
but the thing is, Aero India to me has always been one where it's been a fantastic platform for networking, for learning, for people to not only promote their products and services, but be able to promote those products and services with a heart and not just a mind. If I send you a digital version of what Rolls Royce does, it is appealing to the mind. But if I'm able to tell you about it, then it appeals to the heart. And I think that's what the difference has been with Aero India always. And I am sure this year with COVID, for India to step up and do such a big event is a fantastic show of
Yes,
confidence.
of course, of
It's a
course.
fantastic show of confidence. So it
It
just
is.
says that, look, we know what we're doing, we will do the right things, and we will make sure that we start getting back to our normal life. And so I think that's the second thing about this particular Aero India. And the third thing is this Atmanirbhar concept that our Prime Minister has, Honorable Prime Minister, has promoted. And he's a very visionary man, and he says things that I believe are very futuristic. And I think in Atmanirbhar, it was more present. And I
Mhm.
think saying that, look, this is the need of the hour. Look at what happened last year. Look at how we need to come out of all this for India. And so that concept, to promote a concept of sort of Aero India type of a show, is a wonderful platform. And I think the platform will again sort of bring out that theme. And for us, that theme, like I said, for Rolls Royce, that theme is ingrained in us, and we want to do it. We will do more and more with India in that area. But I think to bring it out to the world and to bring it out and say, this is who we are, this is what we can do, Aero India is a great platform.
So, you're expecting more partnerships with the Indian Defense during this Aero India?
Not during, I would say for me, there is
Mhm.
no single point in time. I think it's a constantly evolving process. Look, I mean, our partnerships, we don't time it so that we can announce it at Aero India. Some of them
Okay.
happen to happen at that time, so it is very good. But
Mhm.
we continue to strive for it through the year. And when it happens, definitely we're not going to wait for a platform or a show to, bring it out, but we're going to just move forward and do it. But at the same time, like I said, it gives a thinking platform where I can look and say, okay, here's a product that I have. Here is something there is a need. So maybe this will allow us to form a partnership as we go through the year. So having it in February kind of gives a whole year as a as a sort of a horizon for us to look at over the
Yeah,
year.
you can go forward like, okay, what you have seen, and we can evolve accordingly. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Kishore, for your valuable time. Our
Yes.
heartfelt thanks for you. Thanks to Gayatri and thanks to Deepika. You have a great team.
Thank you very much to ADU. Wish you guys all the
Thanks a
best.
lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you, sir.